What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I was going to do this as like a live stream, but I don't really have my live stream set up very well done. YouTube takes a heap of your donations when you live stream. Doing it through YouTube seems to be a bit of a pain. I know Zach's got a really good setup. I've been trying to get over to his to do like a live stream with him one night and sort of get a bit more of an idea of how to set it up better, but I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to live streams, so I thought I'd just make a video because at the moment it's just easier. So pretty much just wanted to have a quick chat, a quick pretty much touch base and a bit of a catch up, I suppose. You know, the content lately has been a bit funny, I think, for me especially. Like since I had my son, it's just been so flat out, and we're so flat out at the shop, it's just been ridiculous. So it's been sort of just like point and shoot, whatever comes in, whoever's happy for me to make content of their cars. And like I used to shoot all week and then sit up here in this room on my computer and edit for like a whole weekend and edit everything properly and spend a lot of time editing. These days, like all of my editing is just done on the couch over dinner, like with a mouse pad. It's just slammed together and put out. Admittedly, I don't put a lot of time into the videos that I make really anymore. I just don't really have the time, honestly. Trying to make heaps of content of stuff, and it's just sort of not getting anywhere. I don't particularly like, I used to sort of watch all my videos back like a few times where I rendered them and cut out pieces and stuff like that, and I just sort of have stopped doing that because I haven't had time. And I sort of watched a few of my videos back the other day when I had a few minutes, and I just hated them. I really just didn't like them. So anyway, I just thought I'd make this quick little video, sort of addressing a few things, and just thought I'd chat to you about a fair few things. Then at the end thought I'll show you my sick Hot Wheels collection, because I thought Luke Fink do it with his wife the other day. I thought that was a cool idea. Like I said, I was going to live stream it, but it doesn't really work out for me, the whole live streaming thing. My live stream setup's not very good quality or anything. So if you would like to support the channel, head to the store and grab some merch. That's the best way you can support us. It'd be very much appreciated. That being said, everyone who's purchased stickers or shirts from the store that support the channel, a huge thank you to all you guys. It's been a massive help. Thank you very much. So yeah, making this video in the old editing room. This is a room in the house that we still haven't really sorted out. It's just like where we dry our clothes and stuff. I bought a bed frame. I got a bed frame here, go in here, but yeah, I've just been hella busy. I don't really know how long I'm going to stay in this house. I'm trying to buy a house at the moment, which is another reason I haven't been making or putting heaps of effort into content. There's just so much going on right now. So I'm hoping to buy a house fairly soon. So I'm just trying not to accumulate too much furniture or build it, because I know it's just stuff I'm going to have to move later. Everything's sort of just up in the air in this room at the moment. It just sort of gets used for chucking boxes in. So anyway, the last video I put out, which was of Matt's FCRX7. That's a pretty cool car. So that was actually filmed quite a few weeks ago, but I was gonna wait until we had the car back to finish the tune to make the video. But the other day I had a bit of time and I didn't have much new footage to edit, so I started editing that video. And by the time I got to like 20 minutes, I was like, oh, I'll put this out and we'll make another video when it comes back. So apart from that video that I put out, I haven't really been making filming sort of much for the past couple of weeks. Obviously going down the morning sesh the other day to see James and that was awesome. And I felt like that was a really good video and a lot of people really enjoyed that video, which was great. So that's sort of the content I want to get back to making, is more of that. You know, honestly, I feel like the half-assed content that gets made from the shop, where I just come home and chuck it in a video and don't really put enough time and effort into it, it really shows. Like the views show it, everything shows that there's just not that good content. And like I said, going back and actually watching a few of them videos, I just didn't like them. The whole reason I wanted to get away from doing daily content is because I wanted to get away from making content for the sake of making content, and that's exactly what I'm doing anyway. So yeah, from here on out, I'm probably only gonna try and sort of film the really oddball, cool, different stuff that we do. Things like Matt's FCRX7, that's a really cool sort of bit of an oddball car, which a lot of you would appreciate. You know, a lot of our sort of bigger, longer, full builds for customers I would like to document. And yeah, just oddball stuff. I've got a really cool, like pretty built RB25 GU Patrol coming through in the next week or so. Things like that I'd like to film, that's sort of just really oddball nice. But anyway, what I'd like to get back to is actually making content of our own builds. You know, admittedly, thank you for bearing with us for all this time, but you know, between starting the family and starting the business and getting on our feet and hitting the ground running, it's been a hectic couple of months I should say. We have not had much time to do any of our own stuff. You know, we started on the Blue Tunnel, we pulled the motor out and stuff. We actually started getting the bits together to rebuild the Cruiser. That's happening soon as well. Trying to get this R31 built. We've got plans for another drift car straight after. You know, things are happening. It's just that obviously YouTube, at this stage, I get paid next to nothing. It's negligible how much I get paid from YouTube. So you know, on-song performance is my main income, and then I have a family. So between those two things I have to prioritize, unfortunately, the channel sort of does come third as far as the list of things goes. So I have, like I keep saying to you guys, I don't plan to stop doing this or anything anytime soon. I do very much enjoy running this channel, and I like growing it and doing everything we're doing, but I do have to prioritize the other two things, you know, as you can understand. So like I said, I've been sort of prioritizing the work and the family thing and just chucking together content and putting it out, and yeah, just not really liking it anymore. So I'm really hoping to get into starting to make some of our own content again. Once we have this 31 done, we'll be able to make a lot more driving content, which I know does a lot better. People like to watch us go drive. It's just a lot more fun for people to watch, you know, content of cars that stick around on the channel, you know, cars that they know the story from, they can see the build, they see where they go, they see them be driven. It does a lot better than content of just random people's cars in and out of the shop. You know, they come in, something happens, whatever, they go out, they're never seen again. It's pretty hard to be invested in that sort of content. So I understand that, but obviously getting the business started and having the family and stuff, I haven't been able to make my own content. So I've just been trying to put out content anyway. And yeah, it's been reflected. I mean, it's kept the channel going, but I sort of want to start moving away from that a bit. And I'm keen to start moving back into doing our own stuff a lot more. You know, not only that, but I sort of want to start getting back to putting a lot more effort into the, you know, the editing process of the videos, of the content, making sure I edit out where things are doubled up or over explained, shorten things up as much as I can, sort of thing. Like, I do have a habit of babbling and over explaining and repeating myself. So I do want to put a lot more effort into the editing process and making content that's better to watch and more enjoyable for you guys, and obviously better to follow as far as the channel goes, and stuff that you can invest in that's going to be around the channel. But anyway, yeah, we have just been absolutely flat out, like, so busy, which is amazing. It's great that we're this busy, but you know, between my family at work, we've just been like, I actually, this week just gone, I actually stayed out at the workshop for 2 nights. So I took my family out there. We all went there and stayed out there from Wednesday through to Friday. And the plan was, on the Wednesday, we had just like a local job to do for this guy. It was a V6 Commodore, just needed a timing chain. And the plan was, you know, we'll smash that on Wednesday. We had some work to do on this Mustang that we're building at the moment. We'll do that work. And then the plan was to actually utilize a lot of that time to actually work on the 31 and get some work done and get some decent content made so that I had some good content to start rolling out with. So that was the plan. So the whole reason this all came about is because at the moment the dyno's out of action. So our main communication sub for the dyno has started to play up. We've actually had to send it back to Dyno Dynamics. 2 weeks ago we sent it back to them to get fixed. They supposedly fixed it, sent it back to us, we plugged it back in, and one of the communications hubs just wasn't communicating at all. One of the CAN hubs. So we had to pull that board out and send it back down to them. So that went off last Monday, and I got back to them on Friday, and they've just sent it back. So it should be back at the end of this week. So we've had like a few weeks where the dyno's sort of been out of action, except for when we had it back for that short period, we managed to sort of tune 2 cars that really needed to be tuned before we sent the board back away. So anyway, dyno's been out of action, so we thought, yeah, we'll smash out this timing chain, we'll do whatever we have to do with the Mustang, we'll spend the rest of the time working on the 31. Anyway, we started this timing chain and we pulled one of the cam covers off this V6, and it was just like Vegemite, like gunked up, like someone had burnt like a campfire in there. It was absolutely just disgusting. So that turned into a, you know, timing chain in a V6 to a complete. We had to source a new motor for him because it was just going to be throwing good money after bad doing anything to that motor. So we ended up having to do full engine swap, source a new motor, and it just ended up taking up the whole time. We literally got no work done. We spent all 3 days and 2 nights just working on this VE, getting it done, and it was a nightmare. So that sucked, and that's why I decided to sort of make this video, because I know it's going to be probably at least now another week before I can get out some decent content. And I wanted to touch base with you all and sort of let you know my thoughts and where I'm at with it all, because you know, even though I've put out a few videos over the past 2 weeks, I've sort of almost had the past 2 weeks off just to think about it. You know, I'm trying to buy a house at the moment as well, so that's been insane. Super busy. Everything's just trying to sell the missus daily so that we've got, you know, more capital for a place. Thinking about selling the micro, trying to move out closer to the workshop, and yeah, it's just been crazy. It's been insane. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. Anyway, you know, those 2 weeks I've had off, I sort of just decided to stop filming a lot of the stuff that was happening at the workshop. Like, stopped even asking people if I could film, and I've only been filming people who actually particularly want me to film, or things that I particularly want to film. But you know, if I started putting out every LS cam package we ever did. You'd all get very bored very quick. There are some cool things happening. As far as the Drift 31 goes, we are very close to having all the parts we need. The coilovers have arrived, the motor's together and pretty much finished. I put a new throttle body on it the other day, which I haven't filmed yet. I've got an oil cooler sitting there ready to go, so that's ready to be installed. I've emailed NPC about a clutch. Literally just about all I'm waiting on is some stuff from RB Factory. We're waiting on our materials to build our header pipes from SWD, and that's essentially it. So literally once we get our stuff from RB Factory, we can start positioning the motor where it needs to be, get on with actually fabricating our headers, and actually keep on going with the car. I'm still waiting. Oh, the other thing is the wide body front fenders, which I'm still waiting on from the bloke. Like I said to you guys, I will get to that when he has them available. I'll put his name out, I'll give him a shout out, I'll let you know where you can go to buy them once I know they're getting made, and that's all good. But at the moment everything's been up in the air. I've still been waiting for them, so still waiting for those things, but they're going to be really cool. His prototype ones look amazing, so I'm pretty keen to get them on the car and have some really nice aggressive wheels on this thing to complete the whole look of it all. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I've pretty much got everything there to build this car. I just haven't got the time at the moment. So I'm really hoping to get this ball rolling soon. I'm gonna try and, like, this build, you know, the past couple of builds, you know, Rex's R31 build, my R31 build, they were sort of stretched out over heaps long. There was heaps of episodes. It dragged on. Everything was like so finely documented to a T. This one I'm hoping to sort of do it a lot quicker. Try and keep it to less episodes, less content, less babbling and stuff like that. And just keep it sort of bare bones and have some really nice content for you guys. So needless to say, I'm extremely excited to drive again. I cannot wait. It's going to be so good. So apart from that, obviously when this module gets back, we got some pretty cool tunes coming in. We got Matt's FC RX-7. Actually, I didn't realize Matt had a YouTube channel until he started commenting on the video I put out about his RX-7 the other day. So if you would like to go check out Matt's YouTube channel, I'll put a link in the description, go check it out. That's another car that's like, you know, an oddball. It's pretty cool. Not only that, me and Matt plan to do a lot of driving together once I'm driving again. So a lot of Matt's cars that you've seen, like his 1.5J 180 and that FC, you'll probably see fairly often on the channel from this point going forward. So pretty happy to document those things because I really do enjoy Matt's cars. So that's going to be cool. We've actually got a really nice 31 that's come in. It's had Link ECU installed by Whitey's Wiring, full Whitey's Loom. It's a pretty cool thing. So I've decided to film that because I know how much you all love 31 content. So that'll be good to get out, but again, just waiting for our dyno to be back in action. The other thing, like I said, got this patrol coming in, which will be a pretty cool oddball thing. We've got heaps of other stuff lined up as well. We've just got a backlog of tunes that we've got to do because our dyno's been out of action. But like I said, I'm only going to film the things that I really would like to film and try and put a bit more effort into the actual content creation process to make sure that they're better for you guys. But anyway, there's plenty of stuff exciting happening in the immediate future, which is pretty much what I want to get at. Adam has actually finally pulled his finger out and got the JZX front on the MX-83 painted. So the MX-83 is actually all one color again. It looks amazing. The 1J in that thing though, it's starting to make a bit of noise. The bottom end, it was always a little bit of a question mark when he bought the running gear. The head was fresh, but the bottom end was untouched. So we've put our name against a 2JGE bottom end, hopefully coming in from Thailand very soon, maybe next month. And then we'll start the process of a 1.5J build for that thing, which will be, I'm very excited for. Super excited for that thing, because now that car is looking incredible. It's all one color. Adam's done an amazing job with that thing. I'm keen to get a 1.5J built for that thing. It's going to be a monster. But yeah, so that's happening as well. So 1J Crusader is going to be back for more content. I know how much you all love that car. Like I said briefly before, we've actually started collating all our parts for a new combo for the V80 Land Cruiser. It's definitely a car on the channel that probably doesn't get as much love as it deserves. A lot went into building that car. That was very early in the channel. It's definitely a car that probably should appear more often, but doesn't. We're gonna build a new combo for that. Hopefully then we'll be able to get out a bit more on that thing as well. And we've got plans to build Rex another drift car out of one of my Sylvia shells. We're gonna put another LS combo in the Sylvia shell, so that way me and Rex both have very light, well-balanced, easy to maintain, aspirated LS drift cars, which means we should get heaps of seat time. So the whole plan with it all is obviously once these things get done, hopefully the content will just be a lot more action, a lot more driving, and a lot less work would be the idea. So once we've got drift cars again, hopefully drifting, you know, heaps. Once we got the cruiser sorted, hopefully we're doing a bit more with that, dirt drags, forward driving, that sort of thing. Hopefully we can just get out and just make a bit more exciting content of actually enjoying the fruits of our labor. Now that the business is sort of tracking along fine, we're super busy, we've got work coming out of our ears. So now that that's all happening, hopefully we can start now you know, using a bit more of energy to do stuff we want to do, which will be super exciting. So the other thing is I'm maybe onto another R31. So if you remember my week in the life sort of vlog that I did, I really enjoyed that video as well. That was good. But I said at the end of it that I had this idea of doing a R31 drag car, which I've actually stuck in my head, which is rare for me. Usually ideas bounce around and then boop, gone. But I've been really keen on doing this. I may be onto an R31 wagon, so I'm just trying to find out some more information. But I'm really hoping that that eventuates, and that'll be it'll be a very slow sort of build. It won't be an overbuilt straight away thing. You know, this wagon's got no motor and box in it. I've got a BTR and barrel ready to go in it. I'm planning to just leave it aspirated for starters, keep it simple, have something that we can continue develop, you know, have exciting content of continuously developing this car to try and make it quicker and quicker. I'm actually really enjoying the idea of trying to see how quick I could build an aspirated barrel powered R31. I reckon that'd be pretty fun. So, you know, hopefully that comes about as well. And hopefully moving forward, now that the business, like I said, the business is happening, hopefully I can start putting a bit more energy back into the channel, a bit more energy into my own projects and stuff that you all, you know, like to see. So, you know, but before all this came about, the channel was sort of steamrolling along, growing really well. I have noticed that since we started the business and I've been busy, and like I said, I've not been putting the time into the content and stuff, the growth has really slowed to a halt, you know, which doesn't particularly bother me, but obviously I would like to continue that growth and get back to making content. But like I said, the way the content's been being made has been reflected, I have noticed. So just trying to do what I can. I don't know, it's hard. As a content creator, it's hard. I'm no expert at making content. I'm always feeling this out. I'm always trying new things. It's always just a bit touch and go while I sort of find my feet and figure out what I want to do. So that's where I want to go. Back to my own stuff that you like to watch, that used to be invested in, that sticks around the channel. But obviously I haven't had the luxury of doing that over the past couple of months with the business and that. But luckily for me, with the way that I want to run the business, I have had content to make. But yeah, I have noticed that it's hard for you guys to be invested in that sort of thing, and that's just the way it is. So keen to move away from that. Anyway guys, that's about all I really wanted to say about that whole situation. There'll probably be a few more videos coming of me just explaining a few things, but that's pretty much the gist of it. As I've had a bit of time to think, things are starting to settle down a bit now with everything, and I really want to move the channel back into just what is the channel, and try and separate it from the business a little bit. Only film those really oddball things, or the really long processes of builds that we're doing. Things like this 383 that we're building for the VY. That'd be a good series, that'd be good. But that's like a full build. It's a full build. It's not just a quick in and tune and out. I'm probably gonna move away from tuning those, from filming those sorts of things, just because they don't really excite me, which means I don't make exciting content, which means it doesn't translate very well for you guys, which means that the views sort of dive, and you know, etc, etc, etc. So anyway guys, I hope you're looking forward to some more of our personal stuff, and I have fingers crossed we can start freaking making some time to do it. If everything goes the way I want it and I ended up buying a place sort of close to the workshop, I should have a bit more time to do stuff like that. But as you would have seen from the week in the life vlog, I work pretty long hours, and then not only that, I drive 3 hours a day to get there. You know, I didn't want to commit to moving out there at the start, because I didn't know whether this business was actually going to be viable, whether it was going to take off, how we were going to do. Evidently it seems as though we're going to be okay, so now I'm just trying to make moves to actually get myself out there, move out there where I know I've got work now, and that way I can continue hopefully putting a bit more into this. So anyway, I'll get into showing you my Hot Wheels collection. Righto guys, so like I said, Luke Fink actually did this in a vlog not that long ago with his wife who collects Hot Wheels, and I was like, that's a pretty good idea. I think probably most of us car dudes, a lot of us collect Hot Wheels. Most of us don't even talk about it. I think it's just one of those things, a lot of us do collect Hot Wheels, because we've got a bit like of a group chat, and as soon as Luke did that, a few of us were talking about it, and it turns out that yeah, most of us actually collect Hot Wheels in some way, form. So I'm not like an avid collector, I'm not crazy about it, I just sort of collect the ones that I like. So anyway, without babbling too much on, I'll get into my little collection of Hot Wheels. So my collection's definitely not, you know, huge or anything, it's just sort of some, like I said, some that I like, but you know, I like it, it's fun. So I've got you know, a little Honda City Turbo. Hopefully my camera focuses alright on these. Little Honda City Turbo, these are pretty cool little things. Obviously, you'll be able to know that I've got most of the R31 or the R30 Hot Wheels they ever made. So yeah, this is just your R30, DR30, RS Turbo, Skyline. Again, they make these in a few colors. I'm still sort of trying to get the rest of the colorways they made in this. I've only got this one. The old Volvo 740 Estates. Yeah, I saw both these when I was shopping one day and I just couldn't pass up. I love, as these guys know on the channel, I love my Volvos. Pretty sure that's the only two colors they make in them, and I've got them both, so I'm pretty stoked that they were both there. We've got the old Greddy 180 SX Type X. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool Hot Wheels. This is a pretty cool one. I'm not a fan of rotaries, but I do like the FD RX-7 shape, so I do have a few FDs. But this is the Fast and the Furious HKS RX-7 FD. This is a very cool Hot Wheels. So they actually made a couple of FG Falcon Hot Wheels, and I managed to get the Forza Edition one, which is really cool. I like it. Alright, a couple of Street Tuners set. That's another FD, yellow FD RX-7 in the Street Tuners set. S2000, which I'm actually not too fussed on. I just bought it because it was there. This is my favorite in this set. It's the Type X. The Type X 180 out of this set. But it's got super cool wheels on it. Try and get this lighting better so you can see. Oh, that's a bit better. Anyway, it's got some gangster like deep, they're like yellow, almost bronzish wheels on it. Anyway, super cool Hot Wheels. So the rest of this set is actually an S15, which is the only one I really want. Like I'd trade my S2000 for the S15. There's also a BRZ, which, whatever. Pretty much feel about the BRZ the same way I feel about the S2000, but I do have it. So I've also got the Hakosuka, the GT2000. Accidentally bought two of those, so I do have a double of those. But that's a pretty cool little Fast and the Furious one. That's the only one I've got from that set. I don't really like any others in this set. I do like the RX-3, but yeah. Japanist RX-3, we've got the Sunny Truck. This is a sick Hot Wheels. So I didn't even realize that these were hard to get until I watched the video of Luke Fink's Weiss collection. I didn't realize that these were even a hard one to find, but yeah, the old Sunny Truck. Another R31 one, so, or another DR30. They're all, I call them R31s because they're very similar in shape, but pretty much they don't really make an R31 Hot Wheels, they're all DR30, but needless to say, like I said, I pretty much have all of them for obvious reasons. So I was actually at my mum's place not too long ago, and she was actually happened to be cleaning out a garage. Me and Rex went there for dinner. So we ended up having to pretty much, well, she told us she wanted us to go through a lot of our stuff that was in our garage, in her garage, which is like a lot of our old school toys and stuff from when we were kids. And I managed to find a box with some of my old Hot Wheels that I used to play with in it. I found this, amongst others, I'll show you them as well. But this is, what's this? It doesn't have a year on it, but you know, AC Cobra. Back, these were a run they did, they were called Metal Wheels. The bonnets opened and everything, like pretty cool Hot Wheels, but obviously this is out of the box because I used to play with it as a kid. Me and Rex used to play with this thing. So when I bought this, I jumped online to see if I could find one that was in a box. I did find one, it's not the exact same colorway, but I think it's from like 2003 or something. But I did manage to find one that was boxed, but it's a flame one. But it's pretty much, apart from that, it's the same thing. It's different color interior, and it's got flames on it, but it's the same thing. Same wheels, same color, bonnet opens and everything. So it was cool to get that in its box. And that's more of just a nostalgic thing for me. Obviously one day I plan on having this collection sort of out and about. Obviously at the moment it's in this room in a box though, so I thought I'll show YouTube. It's the next best thing I can do. Just like a NASCAR racing truck. The old 68 Mustang. Obviously it's got a sick flame job as well. Weird cartoonish F-150 with a massive big and ugly hat. I don't know what the deal is there. I don't know what that's about. And this is actually, I remember playing with this a lot when I was a kid. It's a Hot Wheels I bought out called Super Tune. It's actually a first edition, this thing. If this was still in its packet, it'd actually be worth a little bit of money, but obviously it's not. But as you can see, it's pretty much just a Ricer Boy Ute truck thing. Literally, they called it Super Tuned, and it's from, I think, about 2000, something like that. But yeah, it's actually a first edition from back then. I've got the classic R32, grey R32 GTR. This is another one I purchased recently after another YouTuber, Mindy J93, you might watch him. I think he's from down Victoria way. But he actually posted that he had this one, and I didn't even know they had it, and as soon as I saw it, I had to have it. So I went and found it online, and went and found it, but it's actually, yeah, HKS R32 GTR. Very, very cool. Advan HKS thing, so paid way too much money for this, but I didn't, yeah, as soon as he posted the photo of it, I was like, I've got to have one of those in my collection, so that is a sick Hot Wheels. Got this Hot Wheels diorama one, so this is like the OG, so it's got the Charger and the Supra. It's got the Jetta, which I actually have two of, including the one in this box. And the carry truck, which I don't think it has much to do. I don't know if that's actually the carry truck that they delivered the Supra to the garage on in the movie. I have to double check. I assume it must be, otherwise I don't know why they'd have it in the diorama. But they bought out this Supra a few years ago in a Fast and the Furious set, and it's pretty hard to find, so that's pretty much the reason I bought this diorama, was for these two cars. But obviously, very, very cool that that's there. So along with that, I've also got the like the OG Fast and the Furious set from the original movie. Obviously, this movie was pretty iconic to me, and I was pretty young when it came out. And yeah, so there's the Jetta again. So I've got it actually in a box in this set. And the R33. You know, Fast and the Furious things. So this is a pretty cool full set to have. So then we've obviously got the Eclipse and the RX-7 and Blady's S14. So they're all in there as well. I was actually stoked to randomly just find this set in, I think it might have been a Kmart. I walked into a Kmart, might have been in Caloundra or something, and this set was in this box. But anyway, that's a pretty cool set of, you know, obviously the OG Fast and the Furious cars. And then to have the diorama with the Charger and the Supra as well. You know, I've got all of the most iconic cars from the movie, which is awesome. So, all right, a couple more fun ones. We've got the Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story. That's sick. We've got the time machine from Back to the Future. So that's the DMC DeLorean, the actual time machine version. That is another cool Hot Wheels set. And obviously, another R30. So this is the full silhouette racing sort of version of it. Yeah, like I said, I've got pretty much every R30 they sort of offered, or every one that I can find. Whenever I can find an R30 or R31 or whatever, I'll always just snap it up if I don't have it. Like I said, as far as this one in like just your regular card, Hot Wheels, I would like to find, I think that's the, yeah, Night Burners. Yeah, Night Burners one. I'd like to find that in all the colorways that they came out in, but that's the only one I've got. Anyway, that's pretty much my Hot Wheels collection, all up. So anyway guys, that's my full collection. I know it probably seems a bit weird, probably is a bit weird honestly, I don't know. I just enjoy it. I like having a cool Hot Wheels collection. Like I said, it's just Hot Wheels that I like. I'm keen to have them one day out in a glass cabinet or something, or in a house, but anyway, one day I'll get there. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of an insight, bit of a, just a quick chat pretty much. I really want to keep this 3 videos a week going, but I want to move it into more channel-based videos, less work-based videos sort of thing. So I'm going to try and make a lot more time to do more of our cars. Not only that, but I'm going to try and make a lot more time to do the editing and make better videos. Hopefully that works out. Thank you again to everyone who's bought merch. If you'd like to support the channel, head to the shop, buy some merch. It's massively appreciated. Yeah, can't even tell you guys how much I appreciate it. Along with a few of those things we've got coming up, that 31 and that Patrol and stuff, and then the FC coming back. We've also got a fully forged R33 that's just been dropped at the workshop that is getting a fair bit of work, so I'll probably film a lot of that because there's a lot of work that a lot of people would probably be interested in, particularly RB content. He's doing everything the right way to make this car, you know, a really, really reliable car that he can beat on, which a lot of people are always asking me about RBs, and I know a lot of you love RB content, so I'm gonna make content out of that car. It's gonna be around for a little while. We've also got Zach's R33 coming back very soon to actually finally get sorted. Zach's got a lot of great new parts for that thing. Decent injectors and fuel system going in that car. He's also got a new turbo to try out. We're going to turn up the boost a bit, get that thing running properly so it can go to the track. So hopefully it all works out, and hopefully by the time this COVID actually goes away, Zach's car will be sorted, my car will be finished, you know, Matalab cars. We're all talking about all of us sort of Queensland YouTubers getting together and actually driving a lot more, so hopefully content from here starts to take off. But like I said, thank you guys for bearing with me as I start this business and everything happens, and just trying to claw my way through continuing to make content. I know it's been not the best, but I've been putting out content either way. So anyway, thanks for watching guys. Smash like, I stole your lunch money, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out guys.